Most traders keep losing money because they enter too early or too late. But what if I told you the market literally leaves behind footprints showing you the exact areas where price is likely to return? Those footprints are called fair value gaps. And in this video brought to you by Coinfinity, I will show you how to spot them and use them for smarter, higher probability trades. Now, Coinfinity is a leading online edtech company dedicated to professionalizing financial education. Our mission is to make finance accessible and understandable for all, regardless of background or experience, through comprehensive courses on forex, stocks, investing, money management, and financial planning. We empower our clients with the knowledge and confidence to navigate the financial world with ease. In this video lesson, we are going to be talking about fair value gaps. But before we dive into this topic, I really need you to take a little bit of your time to like, subscribe to this channel, and I'll also hit the notification button so you can get notified whenever we upload new educational content. Remember that you can earn reward prizes like cash rewards, trading bonuses, personalized trading plan consultation with a mentor, and so on and so forth by engaging with our educational content. So the more you engage with our educational content, the more you earn reward prizes. So to learn more about our rewards program, you can click on the link below in the description area. So before we talk about fair value gaps, first of all, we need to understand what support and resistance are. Now, a support level is a level where price tends to bounce up, while the resistance is a level where price tends to reverse down. Now, these zones are key areas where traders watch for reactions, and I will prove that to you with this illustration here. So, if you look at this illustration, we have the chart, and as you can see, I drew out the support and resistance areas here. So the ones that were this red rectangle here is the resistance level. Then these green ones down here are the support level. Now, as you can see, when price gets close to these levels, they tend not to go above those levels. That is, I'm talking about the resistance level right now. When price approaches a resistance level, price tends to find it out to go above that level. Instead, it reverses back. So as you can see here, price retested the resistance here, but could not go above that, and came down to the support level, could not go below that. Came back to the resistance level once again. I was finding it hard to break above that level, and retrace back down to the support level. So this is how the market works. Now, why am I talking about this? Because you need to understand the fundamental, which is support and resistance, before you start talking about fair value gaps. Because fair value gap is a type of support and resistance level. So you need to actually understand what support and resistance is, what's the job of the support and resistance level before we start talking about fair value gaps. So like I said, the support level tends to act as a floor, while the resistance levels tends to act as ceiling. So what do we actually use this for? We use these levels to frame trades. That is, we use this to take trade setups. Now, moving forward, let's talk about fair value gaps. What are actually fair value gaps? Now, look at this illustration right here. Look, we have three candle formation here. We have the first candle, second candle, the third candle. Now, note this is a bullish example. So these are just bullish candles, as you can see, that are colored in green. So you can see the wick of this candle, you can see the wick of these candles, and you can see the wick of the third candle. So you have 1, 2, 3 candles. Now you can see closely that the wicks of this candle are overlapping with each other, because if you look here, you can see that this is the wick of the first candle, the wick high of the first candle, and this is the wick low of the third candle. You can see that they're intersecting with each other, so they overlap. There is no space in between this candle. Now come over here to this example where we have three candle formation once again. But as you can see clearly here, we have the wick of that is the wick high of this candle and the wick low of this candle. Both are not overlapping with each other. Now that gap between those two candles are what we call a fair value gap, or some people call it imbalance, some people call it inefficiency also. But for this video, we are going to be calling it fair value gaps. Now, as you can see here, we have this gap. Now, this is what is known as a fair value gap. Now, this is the bullish example of a fair value gap. Let's talk about the bearish example of a fair value gap. Now, as you can see here, once again, we have three candle formation, and you can see clearly that there's no space between the wick low of this candle and the wick high of this candle. Now, we are dealing with the bearish side of things here. So we don't have any gap between this bearish candle. So we don't have any fair value gap here. On to the next example. That is the next example here, which is where the fair value gap is present. You can see we have 1, 2, 3 candles. Now, the wick low of this candle and the wick high of this candle are not overlapping with each other. So in that scenario, we have what we call a fair value gap, an imbalance, or inefficiency. Anyone you choose to call it, they all mean the same thing. So this is what's referred to as fair value gap in the market. Now, what does this fair value gap actually do? Just as we discussed what support and resistance is in the previous slides, fair value gaps act as is a type of support and resistance level. So you use it to frame your trades. You wait for it. When price gets or retraces to the fair value gap, they kind of tend to not go through that area. Instead, they will reverse and move in the same direction price came from. So we are going to be looking at examples of these fair value gaps in the charts. So this is the first example that we are going to be talking about here. You can see in this example we have a downtrend, right? We have a downtrend, and we have this fair value gap here, just like I showed you in the previous slides. The gap between this the week high of this candle and the week low of this candle. So as you can see, this is what's referred to as a fair value gap, and it's a type of support and resistance area. Now, in the bearish side of things, the fair value gap will act as resistance, while in the bullish side of things, the fair value gap is going to act as support, right? So we have price retracing into the fair value gap, and what happens? You can see that price finds it at going above that area. That is, it tends not to go above that area because that is a strong resistance area. Instead, it continues in the bearish direction. So we are going to be looking at more examples of this playing out on the chart. But before we go into that, if you want to continue learning more concepts like this, you can take up our 5-day free training available on our platform. Now, this free training is designed in such a way to guide you through the simple to advanced trading concepts. So if you are interested in taking up the 5-day free training, you can click the link in the description area below. So moving on, we have another example here. Now, this is the bullish example. As you can see, we have a bullish trend. We're creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and higher lows. And as you can see clearly, we have a fair value gap, a huge one here. And what did I explain in the previous slides? I said that this fair value gap is a type of support and resistance area. And I said in the bullish side of the market, the fair value gap is going to be acting as what? Support. While in the bearish side of the market, the fair value gap is going to be acting as resistance. Now, as you can see here, is clearly acting as what? Support, because we are in a bullish trend. And look at how that plays out. We have the fair value gap, we have price retrace to it, and price can go below the fair value gap area. Why? Because it's a strong support area. And instead, price reverses in the same direction, pushing upwards. Now, let's look at how we can take trades with this fair value gap, a trade example using the fair value gap. So as you can see here, this is a very, very straightforward trade example. And we have a bullish trend here. As you can see, we are creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and higher lows. Now, what do we have here? If you look closely here, what do we have here? You can see that we have a gap. This is the weak high. We actually have multiple fair value gaps here, but price got to this one and used that one to move away from this range. So what your job is to, if you want to use the fair value gap for trading, what you need to do is to draw it out and wait for, just like any other type of support and resistance level, you wait for price to hit the level, because at times you might have multiple levels on the charts, that is on the currency pair you are actually trading. Just as you can see here, we have this fair value gap, and if you look closely to the bottom here, we have another fair value gap, because we have this first candle and the second, the third candle. So the week high of this candle and the week low of this candle, they are not overlapping with each other. So we have a fair value gap there. Pardon me for not drawing it out. I was supposed to, but price used this one, so I just framed it to this one. So we have a fair value gap here also, but as you can see, price did not retrace deep into this this fair value gap. Rather, it's used this one and started moving upwards. So this is how you frame the trade. You take your entry at that fair value gap. Where you put your stop loss, you put it below the structural low. That is, for the bullish example, you're going to put it below, a little bit below the structural low of that structure, of that current structure. Then you can take your profit at anywhere you deem fit. If you're a 1-to-2 trader or a 1-to-1 trader like me, you're going to be setting your stop loss according to your risk reward ratio. Now we have another bullish example here also. So as you can see here, we are in a bullish trend and we have a fair value gap. Now, as you can see, this is also multiple fair value gaps. So we have one here, we have one here. Price retrace to this one, try to go, that is, try to continue, but it could not, and it retraced deeper into this fair value gap here. So when using this fair value gap, of course, you're going to be using it with other things, with other confluences like Q zones, that is time of the day session, if you might call it, the market sessions. Like if you are, for instance, if you are trading if you only trade the major pairs, you're probably going to be trading during the New York session. So you would be, trading just the New York session with this. So probably you might miss out on this because I think this will happen during the Asian session. So if you're not trading the Asian session, and this is the Euro USD price chart. So if you're not trading the Asian session, you won't partake in this price action right here. And we all know that Euro USD is not likely active. That is, it's not always active during the Asian session. It's not it doesn't have any Asian currency in it because we have euro, right? We have euro, we have dollar. Euro is a London-based currency, and the dollar is a New York-based currency. So both currencies in this currency pair are not active during that specific uh, time window, which is the Asian zone. So probably you're going to be trading it in the New York or London Q zone. So if that is the case, probably you are not going to have anything to do with this right here. That is this price action right here. You won't, have anything to do with it. Rather, you would be partaking in this price action here. So how do you partake in that? You set your entry there, stop loss below the previous structural low, and what you set your take profit target, be it 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, whichever one you deem fit. And as you can see, this plays out very, very nicely. Now we are going to be looking at the bearish side of things. So as you can see, we are clearly bearish on this chart. You can see we are creating lower lows, lower lows, and lower highs. Now it's all the same with the bullish side of things. It's just that you have to reverse it for the bearish side. Now we have a bearish fair value gap here, which I drew out. You can see how price retraces that fair value gap. It tries to go above it, but as you can see, the bodies of these candles, we are not closing above that fair value gap. So how do you take this trade? You take your entry here. Stop loss goes above the previous high because we are dealing with the bearish trend. So the stop loss is going to be at the previous highs, and you set a take profit target. So as you can see for this one, it got to I think almost 3 hour. But usually, like I said, I think I would have taken my profit here because I'm usually a risk to that is a one-to-one risk to reward trader. Now, for the last example, we have another bearish example here. So as you can see, we have a bearish trend creating lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows and lower highs, and we have a favorable gap here, which you can see. And what does price do? Price retraces to that favorable gap and keeps going lower. So how would you have taken this trade? Take the trade by setting your entry at the beginning of that favorable gap. Your stop loss goes above the previous high, and what you set your take profit target according to your risk reward ratio. So, guys, moving on, I'll be taking you through the personal learning area to talk about the courses section of the personal learning area. So, over here is the Coin Learning platform. This is our homepage. We are going to be talking about the courses section of the personal learning area here. So, to do that, what I need to do is to log into my account. Now, if you don't have an account and you want to sign up, what you need to do is to come over here and you click on this diamond button here, which will take you to the sign up page where you can sign up. So, if you don't know how to, or if you don't know the steps to take to sign up, you can click in the link in the description below where you will see a link showing you how to sign up to the Content platform. So for the essence of this video, I'm going to be logging into my personal account to show you the courses available in the personal learning area. So what I need to do is to come over here, click on login, and wait for that to load. Now, after clicking on the login button in the previous page, that should bring you to this page. So over here, if you sign up with an email account, what you need to do is to come over here and input the email and the password you used to sign up and click on login. Now, for me, I signed up using Google. So what I need to do is to come over here and click on continue with Google. So clicking on that is going to bring up this dialog box here. And that I think that will require me to select the Google account I signed up with. So I will select this one and give that time to load. So after selecting my Google account in the previous page, that logged me into my account. And as you can see, this is my dashboard. This is the personal learning area dashboard, right? So this is where we're going to be talking about the courses section of the personal learning area. Now, to get to the courses section of the personal learning area, what you need to do is to come over here where it says courses. As you can see, the this icon here and the right up here, which says courses, and click on that and give that time to load. Now, after clicking on the courses icon in the previous page, that should bring you to this page. If you scroll to the bottom of this page, you are going to see the list of our courses. So as you can see, we have two types of courses over here at CoinLNT. We have the signature courses and the premium courses, right? So if you want to continue learning more concepts like this one taught in this educational video, you can take up any of our educational courses available on our platform. These courses are designed in a way to guide you through the beginner to advanced concepts in trading. So if you're interested in taking up any of our courses, You can click on the description area below to purchase any of our courses. Now, getting back to the course, we have, like I said, we have the signature and premium course, right? So, what is the signature course? Now, these are beginner friendly courses. So, if you're a beginner coming into the market, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to go about it, these courses are actually tailored for you. Now, the premium courses are, more advanced courses, though you can also start from here. Like, let's say if you have, uh, one thing about the premium courses is that there are premium courses, like I said, so they are packed with more lessons. So, there can be too much for you as a beginner if you're just starting off. But if you have an idea of what Forex is already, you can actually opt for the premium courses, right? Especially for the ultimate Forex trading course. But if you are someone new to the market, you don't have any idea of what the Forex market is, you don't have any experience yet, I would advise you go for the signature courses that are kind of pocket friendly, and they have, we kind of start from the basics here. We teach from the basics up to the intermediate level before you can then transition to the premium courses. So let's say you want to get this course here, this Forex Market Foundation course. What you need to do is click on it and give that time to load. Now, after clicking on the course, it should bring you to this page. Now, this is the course page. On this page, you get to know more about the course, like the topic course, taught in the course, how many lessons were in the course. As you can see, we have 23 lessons here. These are the kind of topics taught in the course, and also the price for the course. Now, if you want to enroll, you want to take the course, you want to get the course, what you need to do is come over here and you click on take this course button and give that time to load. Now, after clicking on take the course button in the previous page, that should bring you to this page. So what you need to do here is come over here and you click on add to cart and give that time to load. Now, after clicking on the add to cart button in the previous page, that should bring you to this page. What you need to do once you're here is to come over here and you click on proceed to checkout. So after clicking on proceed to check out in the previous page, that should bring you to this page where you need to fill in these boxes like your email address, your country or region, first name, last name, address, city, state, phone number, and that's it. So once you do that, what you need to do is to click on this to make your payment either by transfer or you can use your ATM card, whichever payment option you choose to. So once you do that, you then click on place another, and that should get you the course on the personal learning area. So guys, that'll be all for this video. Do not forget to like, subscribe to this channel, and also hit the notification button so you can get notified whenever we upload new educational content. My name is Emmanuel from CoinLearnity, and I will see you all in the next video.
Learn and earn with CoinLearnity. Ready to boost your knowledge and get rewarded? With CoinLearnity, every minute you spend learning turns into real rewards. Here's how it works. 1. Sign up or log in to your account. 2. Head over to the Rewards tab in your personal learning area. 3. Watch our free video tutorials and earn CoinLearnity tokens for every minute you spend learning. The more you watch, the more tokens you collect, and those tokens can be redeemed for amazing rewards like gift vouchers, trading bonuses, cash rewards, and more. Don't miss out. Start your learning journey with CoinLearnity today and make every lesson count.